Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm currently sitting in Letitia's Evo 10 and I'm actually going to fix something that really bothers me in these cars, and that is this whole cream upper interior section. So you got your dash, steering wheel, all your doors and your seats, everything down this side of the car is all black, but as soon as you look up, starting at these pillars, it's all cream, and I don't know why they did that. On the later models and on the final editions, they did actually get all these in black, everything, including the roof lining, but on the earlier models, it's like this. So it's not something you really notice until you do notice it. Standing at the front of the car, you'll actually see these cream things just sticking out, and it's really noticeable once you sort of see it. And I just, yeah, when you're driving the car, that really just, I always notice it. You put these visors down, it's you know, it's cream. So I've made videos previously on painting these ones, so the front, these middle ones, and the ones at the very back, so how to remove and paint those. So I'm going to be doing that today, but I won't really show that. I've also made a video on how to remove and paint this silver ring here, because I personally like the full blacked out interior. So what I want to do today is, because we do have a mobile upholsterer coming to sort of redo this headlining, roof lining, whatever you like to call it, and retrim it in a black material rather than the cream. What I'll be doing is I'll be removing these lights, these visors, the grab handles, this light here, and just everything that's cream that is plastic, and I'll be painting those. So yeah, I'll show you how you remove them, the paint we'll be using and all that sort of stuff. Now a few people have removed and painted this headlining with the same material, the same paint. I'm not the biggest fan. It sort of, once you paint this sort of carpet fabric, it makes it really crusty. Mine's retrimmed professionally, so I'll show you how my car looks now. And as you can see, yeah, my car is all black inside, and it looks a lot nicer, I think. Now some people might not mind the cream interior, but yeah, I'm not a fan. So what I'll do now is I'll show you the paint we'll be using, and I'll show you how to remove all of this stuff and how to prep it and paint it. Okay, so this is what we'll be using to black everything out. So I've used this a bunch of times now, my whole interior has been done with it. I've done a few other people's cars, and we've done the Ralliart Sportback. So yeah, this is, as you can see, Duplicolor vinyl and fabric specialty coating. I personally use the gloss black one. As you can see, you can get it in a matte black. I haven't tried it, but I've just found that this gloss black really matches the interior pretty well. So yeah, that's what we'll be using. But first we need to remove everything. So we'll start off with this one. So I've turned the lights off, so they're not on with the door function. There's going to be a plug in there we're going to unplug, but first we need to sort of get a plastic trim removal tool like this guy here, and we just want to get it in and sort of start working our way around. And it's actually sort of, it clips in this piece, and you'll sort of, there you go, unclip it just like that. And then if I need to put the camera down, but then you'll unplug right here, this little line, and the whole thing's going to come out. So I'll do that now. Alright, there you go, that one is out. So yeah, just the two plugs there. So I've pulled those both out. This one comes out. Next, we'll have these vents here, or visors. This one is actually already missing a screw, but I just have a Phillips head screw right here. Should be two, so I'll have to, never noticed there was missing one, so I'll make sure I replace that when I do reinstall them. Well, there we go, that's popped out. Obviously, you pop it off this clip. Now this one will pull out the same as the light did. It's meant to get a trim removal tool in there, so do that. There we go. And you can see it's got these little prongs that are holding it. So, and then 2 screw holes. So that's out. That's 2 down. Next I'll get this side one out as well. And then we'll move on to our grab handles at the side. Alright, so that's both visors out. Now moving on to these. So, grab my trim removal tool. So if you pull this handle down, then you get your little tool. You can see, pop it down into the bottom here. Lift that up. So you can see there's little bolts here. So we'll get our little Phillips head. Okay, there you go, that's that one out. So yeah, like you saw, 2 little bolts or screws. So then we have 4 of these, so I'll just work my way around and get the rest of those out. Okay guys, so I just went and grabbed a light for my camera because I realised it was probably a bit dark and grainy, the footage, so hopefully it wasn't too bad and it's a bit better now. But so yeah, now we're onto this middle light. So we need here, so we need one of these little trim removal tools with the little hooks in it. We're going to be putting that through, so you've got this little gaps you can see. It's going to be going in there. And I'm probably going to need 2 hands, but yeah, you want to get these in. There we go. Probably wasn't actually filming, but yeah, so get one side in and just sort of put a bit of pressure and the whole thing will pop out and come off. So that's the part off it. Now as you can see, I've got a couple of screws in holding this one in. So we'll get our screwdriver somewhere in this pile of parts I've removed. And yeah, we've got these 2 here, so and there goes that. Okay, so that's now loose. And there we go. So that plugs in. So that's popped straight out. So there we go. That is done. Okay, so there's our pile of parts. As you can see, everything is removed. So we've got 2 visors, 4 of these handles, and 2 lights. Okay, so set up a bit of a tarp to paint on. I've grabbed myself a clean microfiber towel and also got some Bowden Zone orange agent, but that's what I'm going to be using to clean it. You can use any sort of degrees or all-purpose cleaner, should be fine. Just then afterwards I'm going to then spray it with Car Pro eraser just to get any oils or residue left over from this product. So yeah, I was going to spray these down thoroughly, making sure we lift up the section, spray in there, get the back as well. So I'm going to paint straight over this warning. It's up to you if you want to do that, if you want to try and mask it off. I'm personally just going to paint straight over the top. Been driving my car around for a while without it. If I do ever get pulled over and the police are looking at my interior and they notice it doesn't have this warning sign, then I have to remove it, and so be it, but I prefer it just to be all painted. But yeah, so those are sprayed down. Then just obviously we need 2 hands, but yeah, wipe this all off, get it clean. So as you can see, there's just a little light touch there, a little bit of residues come off. So these were quite dirty, so yeah, I want to get these nice and clean. Alright guys, so I'm just in the middle of prepping to get ready to paint. So what I decided to do was this cover that we popped off for the light, I taped it up and then I have put it back on. So I've tried to tuck in the tape the best I can. So now I can just straight up spray this one and I don't have to worry about the paint getting in anywhere I don't want it to. So that was making it a bit easier. And I'll be doing the same for this one. And then for these visors, I'm just going to put tape over the mirror and then just cut around carefully with the knife. So yeah, I will continue on getting these prepped. Then we onto the actual easy and quick part, which is just painting them. Right guys, so here's how we cover this one up. So as you can see, I've put tape over it. And then if you press it down, you can see the line of where it presses. If you just get a knife, there we go, that's 2 down. Alright guys, so as you can see, we are all ready to paint, all prepped up. I've covered up the mirrors in these so I can paint this down, or paint it, probably lift it up first, and then flick it down, paint the rest, as well as the lights. So, have our paint, just giving it a nice shake up. Now, this stuff dries very fast and it doesn't need a lot of coats to get good coverage, so I'll probably just go for 2 coats, maybe 3, but obviously it's going to be awkward as we want to paint one side and flick this down and get the other side, but then we obviously want to pick it up, flip it over and paint the other side. So same for these handles, we don't want to leave any edges, so we're just going to do a couple of coats as they are here. I'm just going to move some stuff around, flip things over, do some more coats. But yeah, let's get a first coat going now. So we'll start off on one of these grab handles at the back here. So we'll give that as a first really light coat, obviously not full coverage, but we'll come back and we'll get the rest of it. So may have gone a bit heavy back here, it was a bit of a mistake. Hopefully I can fix that up. But yeah, we'll go a couple more coats yet. So I think I may have said only needs 2 or 3. I think I was thinking of a different paint that I use a bit. This one probably is 4 or 5 to get good thick coverage. Alright, a bit of an update. I actually came out and did a second coat, and that did a lot more than the first coat. So I'm going to close these up now and finish painting this side of these visors and spin everything else around a bit. So there's our third coat. Let that dry for about 10 minutes and we'll go for a fourth. Alright guys, so I've done a couple more coats since I last recorded, and I have flipped the handles around. Sounds like I should have waited a bit longer as it's still a bit wet on the backside. So flip that one back. Let's give it another quick coat to cover these areas, but yeah, I think I'm happy enough with the back side of these. So now I'm going to flip it over. And we'll try and get these sections. Okay guys, so it's the next day. I've let everything dry overnight, and as you can see, they have all turned out great. I've now just this morning removed all the pillars because now I'm going to paint those as well, but I'm not going to show that in the video because I already have made a video on that, so I'll put a link in the description to that. But yeah, so let's have a look at the stuff that we did paint yesterday. So this is the front light, and it came out really well. And I seem to have forgotten to do that switch, so it looks like I'm going to have to fix that. After talking about doing it, I actually forgot. This is the middle light. So I did do the switch on that one a little bit, but this one I've forgotten, and that's usually the setting it's going to be in, so it's going to annoy me. We've got our grab handles. So these came out really nice. So 4 of those, and then obviously we have our mirrors. So yeah, a little bit of paint on the mirror section where the masking tape didn't cover, but it's, yeah, not something you're often looking at. So yeah, it's all black. Obviously this part which had the warning on it for the airbag is a bit shinier, but you can buy actual black ones of these from AK Racing if you don't want to paint them, but to be honest, I don't I don't feel the need. I think just painted looks fine. Yeah, so those are all done, and now these 6 pillar pieces are about to be done, so I'm just going to clean those and paint them. Alright guys, so as you can see, I've got everything painted. It's all been out drying for a bit, so all completed, including the pillars. So yeah, I'll just throw the pillars back in off camera, but the main reason for this video was all these other parts. So I'm going to start putting these back in. So yeah, I'll jump into the car, I'll grab the tools I need, but it'll be the same exact process. So just a couple of screws for these ones, a couple of screws for this one. Just have to pop that cover back out. So I'll just clip straight back in. So yeah, let's get into the car and see how it all looks. Alright guys, so putting everything back, starting off with these grab handles. So as you can see, you've got these 2 little spikes, and they go into those 2 little holes next to the bolt holes. So it's going to somewhat hold the weight of it. And then we have 2 little screws that will actually hold them in. So not really going to be able to do it with one hand, so as you can see it's going to fall. But that's all we need to do is just the 2 little spikes, clips, they go in, but they're not actually clicking and holding the weight of it, so unfortunately I'm going to have to put the camera down. But yeah, that's the same thing, we just open it up and we put those 2 little screws in, so like that. So yeah, I'll do that now, and we'll move on to the next piece. Okay guys, so there you go, I've got the 2 back handles in. Obviously everything else is still blank, and under here I didn't get any paint, but you're not really going to see that unless you're holding the handle out, so it's fine. But yeah, so that's easy. Like I said, it's just pop these clips back down, put your 2 little screws back in. I'll show you so it's these ones. So yeah, easy done. Alright, so now I got this one. As you can see, I've popped the plastic cover for the light back off. So yeah, we have the 2 screws, and then this needs to clip in to that little light area. So it's definitely going to be a 2-hand job, but yeah, if you just line it up so you get your 2 screws, there we go, already working. So that's all you need to do. That's already clicked in for power, so I'll turn that light off. Yeah, so it's going to get the 2 screws in. That's going to hold that firm in, and then pop our little cover back on. So I will update you once I've got that all sorted. Alright, so 2 little screws in. So you'll have different ones, so these are the smallest ones, and obviously we want to make sure that the light's working, which it is, before we pop our cover back on. Whoop. So the cover, you're going to put the back end in first, like that, and we want to press forward, and there we go, click straight in, make sure it's still working. So there we go, done. So that's the backlight and 2 handles done. Alright guys, it's all coming together now. So all back there, as you can see, the back pillar, this light in the middle, grab handles, and this middle pillar and front pillar, they're all done. So just have these 2 now. I didn't actually get these out, as you don't really see them, but when we get the roof lining redone, I might pull those out. I've just never had those out before. I felt like I was going to break them, but yeah, when we get our roof lining guy to come, I'm pretty sure he'll just move those and I'll just quickly paint them. But yeah, felt like wasn't too sure how to get them out. Didn't want to force them. Kind of looks like it'd be pretty easy, but just felt like I was going to break it, so I left it. But yeah, so got our pillars, sorry, our visors and our light. So our light, we've got 2 plugs, easy, and that clips back in. So I'll need 2 hands to do that, unfortunately, so I can't really show that process, but yeah. So nearly done, visor in, got the 2 screws on that side. If you remember at the start of the video when I was removing them, one was missing on that side. I put those 2 in before I came over to this side because I thought I had a spare, but the screw I was thinking of, the screw size I had was just a bit different, so not going to work. So I'm just going to put one on this side, and like you see, we've got the light all working, so that's great. Looks a bit off with just these parts black, but once this is black, it's going to look a lot better. So yeah, we've got our final visor here. So just thought I'd do this one. So little hooks go up, so you got back prongs there, goes in, so like that, and then you lift these front ones in. So I can do this one-handed. So then they will pop in, and it's probably easiest to sit that on. So that's now held in there. So yeah, like I said, only 1 screw will be going in this side, so probably go this back one. There you go, that's done. So yeah, I'll pick up a spare screw to put in there, but there we go, job is complete. Lights both working. So yeah, we've got our grab handles, visors, lights, everything all in the black. You can see it's a bit darker than, you can show there, than the dash and everything, but once the roof lining's black, considering everything above here was a different color originally, I feel like it's fine to be a different color black compared to the dash and everything above, because it was already a completely different color altogether. So to be just a different shade of black is fine. So yeah, got this crusty roof lining that is booked in to get done. So like I said, you can, once you've removed all these pieces that we removed today, you can pull the roof lining out. I haven't personally done it, but I have a friend who did and just painted his. I'm not the biggest fan, because yeah, when you touch it, it's really sort of rough feeling, like it's carpet that's painted, whereas this one, and the same as one in my car, will just be getting retrimmed. Mine is already done, obviously. Ralliart's already done. So yeah, this is their last one, so very easy to do. Oh, had our light pop out, so I didn't click that in properly, but yeah, that one has no screws. You just must have missed the clip at the back. So yeah, that's probably one of the most requested videos I've had, because I did make the video on painting the pillars and I said I'd do a follow-up, but just both my cars were obviously done. So yeah, yeah, definitely something I think is worth doing. Easy way to transform your car. I mean, what did we use today? Maybe 2 cans of that paint. I had a bunch of leftover ones, but so they're about $16 each Australian at Super Cheap Auto. I'll put a link in the description to those. You can get them at Repco, Super Cheap Auto, Autobarn. If you're in the US or any other country, then whatever your auto parts store is that you use. But yeah, very cheap, easy to use, and yeah, finishes pretty well. So you can buy these ones already black. Not sure about the lights and everything, but really I think once you have the roof lining done, you're not really going to notice. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you give it a like, and yeah, if you want to see more videos like this involved with the Evo 10, Ralliart and Lancer platform, then yeah, consider subscribing to my channel and help support me. But yeah, with that said, until next time, I'll catch you guys later.